What's up, guys? Well, today we are not in Harris County, Texas. We're in Minnesota with State Trooper Shane Roper, and he's been charged in an Apache Mall crash that killed a teenager in, it looks like, 2024. Trooper Shane is 32 years old. He faces 9 criminal charges, and he has a history of speeding and careless driving in state patrol vehicles, yet they let him keep driving the damn state patrol vehicles. Let that sink in. Also, I would like to note, 80% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. So, we're going to start, this is about a year ago, and it goes to current day, and we will see what is up with Trooper Shane Roper in Minnesota.
Live from your local news leader, this is KTTC News.
It has been nearly 2 months since a fatal crash near Apache Mall claimed the life of an Owatonna High School senior, Olivia Flores, seen behind me, just weeks from her graduation. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Brock Burgee. Caitlin has the evening off. Now, this crash involved an on-duty State Patrol officer, 32-year-old Shane Roper. Earlier today, we got a better idea of how the crash happened and why Olmsted County believes Roper is at fault, now facing 9 criminal charges. KTDC's Noah Kaplan joins us in studio tonight at 10 to explain why these charges were brought forth. Noah.
Well, Brock, Olmsted County now must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Officer Roper's negligence and recklessness behind the wheel of his squad car is what led to the crash that killed Flores and injured several others.
Pretty sure it was. Wait till you see how fast he was going in the speed zone he was in.
The complaint reads Roper had a history of speeding and careless driving in State Patrol vehicles and that his actions on May 18th were no exception.
I would describe it as reckless driving.
Tuesday, Minnesota State Patrol officer Shane Roper issued 9 criminal charges by Olmsted County for his role in the fatal May 18th crash that claimed the life of Olivia Flores and injured several others. 5 of them were felony charges, including second-degree manslaughter and criminal vehicular homicide, both of these carrying a max sentence of 10 years.
Reaching a speed of 83 miles an hour in this very short distance, approaching a very busy intersection.
Yes, he was driving 83 miles an hour in a 40 mile an hour zone. No lights and sirens, which wouldn't matter because even, pay attention people, it's called outrunning your lights and sirens. Even if you have lights and sirens on, when you're driving so fast that people do not have time to react to your lights and sirens, you're outrunning them. You're supposed to drive with due regard for public safety. That is EVOP 101.
In our opinion, is reckless.
The criminal complaint says Roper followed a car off Highway 52 onto 12th Street Southwest. Roper then continued his pursuit along 12th Street Southwest. He was headed eastbound, and according to the complaint, he registered a top speed of 83 miles an hour. This is a 40 mile an hour speed zone. So when he came through this intersection, he didn't have his lights or his siren on. So at those high speeds...
And wouldn't have mattered. People are not going to have time to react to them based on the speed.
There was no way for him driving through this intersection or the car with Flores in it, which was turning left onto Apache Mall, to maneuver out of the way.
As to some level of uniqueness that Mr. Roper is a member of law enforcement and we're prosecuting it, that would be it.
According to MSP's discipline records, Roper had a history of bad driving instances behind the wheel of a squad car.
Had a history of bad driving incident behind the wheel of a patrol car, and they kept letting him drive. Remember when I say next time you see these people, they will have killed someone? Here we are.
Past records indicate that he had been involved in 4 prior crashes.
Traveling 135 miles an hour in a 50 mile an hour zone on the way to a medical assistance call. Neither his lights nor sirens were activated. On the way to the call, he noted to his passenger that medical assistance likely would not be needed and that driving in such a manner was normal behavior for him. You can't make this up. His passenger
accidents, all caused by inattentive driving or excessive speed. And on May 18th alone, he clocked speeds of 99 and 135 miles an hour during his shift.
Just during his shift. Just random, just out there speeding.
Certainly have reason to believe that people within the State Patrol knew that he was a danger from his past track record, knew that his just normal mode of driving was very fast, very reckless, and often without lights and sirens activated.
But they just let him continue to drive. They knew.
Daniel McIntosh and his Rochester-based firm were hired to represent the Flores family. McIntosh says he wonders why MSP continued to allow Roper to drive squad cars, given his past record.
Without lights and sirens, that vehicle is no different than you or I driving down the road.
In a statement, State Patrol said the conduct alleged in the criminal complaint is concerning and does not align with the State Patrol's core values.
Yet they let him continue to drive.
Respect that process and cannot comment further due to ongoing criminal proceedings. Now again, Roper is not booked. He's at his own liberty until his scheduled day in court, which, according to Ostrom, should take place at the end of August. Of course, this is something we'll continue to follow here at KTTC. In the studio tonight, Noah Kaplan, KTTC News.
Noah, we appreciate your continuing coverage. Now, this has us digging deeper into Minnesota law when it comes to speed limits for emergency vehicles.
Due regard for public safety. Period.
We'll get to the legal language in a moment, but first, the criminal complaint filed against Roper includes statements from crash site witnesses regarding the trooper's rate of speed. Take a look. 3 descriptors are cited in the document. We have listed them for you here. One witness telling investigators the squad car was flying. Another saying the trooper appeared in a blink of an eye, and another stating the driver was hauling blank, a 3-letter expletive. You can fill in the blank there. Also stated in the criminal complaint, and I'm going to quote here, no witnesses saw or heard emergency lights or a siren, end quote. According to state statutes, when responding to a call, drivers of emergency vehicles are required to sound an audible signal by siren and display at least one lighted red light on the front of their vehicle. Now, take a look at this. The same statute goes on to say this does not relieve the driver from the duty to drive with due regard for the safety of others, nor does it protect the driver from the consequence of a reckless disregard of the safety of others. That said, in the criminal complaint, there is mention of a statement provided by Roper to police several weeks after the crash. He said he was not in active pursuit of the vehicle he was following. He also said he was not paying attention to his speed, and he
Who is surprised by that? It's a pattern.
said he believed his lights were still on when he was...
That's total bullshit. Inside the patrol car, you know when the lights are on, you know what lights are on, and you know what function the lights are. There's different functions based on where you're at if you're in a pursuit. There's different audible tones, and your I can't think of it. Anyway, when you're in that patrol car, you know exactly the lights are on, you know what position they're in, and you know that the siren's on because you can hear it.
driving on 12th Street Southwest as he approached the intersection where the collision happened. Roper remains on paid investigative leave. Attempts to reach him for comment tonight have proven unsuccessful.
Of course they have. So where are we at now?
KTTC is pushing for answers. Your news at 6 starts now.
This would be a few months after this last one we just watched.
Live from your local news leader, this is KTTC News.
KTTC received the documents Friday confirming Shane Roper, who faces 9 counts in Olmsted County for his role in the May 18th fatal crash by Apache Mall, was officially terminated by State Patrol. Court documents say Roper was traveling well above the speed limit on 12th Street by Apache Mall when he hit a vehicle turning left. He did not have his lights or his sirens on. the impact killing Owatonna teen Olivia Flores. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at what that means for Roper, his legal team, and his trial going forward. Thanks for joining us. I'm Caitlin Alexander. Brock is on assignment tonight. Our Noah Kaplan joins us live in the studio. Noah, what did you find out today?
Well, Caitlin, we already found out that Shane
He looks like trouble. I'm just throwing that out there.
Roper's last day as a Minnesota State Trooper was September 3rd after an internal investigation by State Patrol and DPS found him in violation of 5 general orders, including his oath. But it appears he will continue to benefit from the dues he paid while at his former employer. So first, I reached out to Roper's attorney, Eric Nelson. Nelson told me he would represent Roper throughout his criminal trial and said he would provide no further comment at this time, which leads us to our second question. If Roper is now not employed by Minnesota State Patrol, how are his legal fees being paid for? So to answer this question, Nelson referred me to the Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association, MPPOA in short, who told me, in short, his association dues would fund his legal representation. The statement they sent me, which you can read on your screen, says in part, Minnesota's rank and file police officers pay dues to their association. It then says member services include attorney coverage with the association's legal defense fund, which pays for Roper's representation. The association confirmed with me that no taxpayer funds would be used for his representation and that this defense fund would continue to support Roper in full, even after his now dismissal from State Patrol. A third question we had, why was Roper not booked August 29th when he pleaded not guilty to his 9 charges in Olmsted County? And would he be booked now that he's no longer employed with State Patrol? That means, of course, having a mugshot taken and being fingerprinted. Olmsted County Attorney Mark Ostrom sent me the statement on your screen. It says in part, a standard condition of release for persons appearing pursuant to a felony complaint summons is to complete the booking process. We're quoting there. It then reads, booking will be completed at some point during the judicial process. The county attorney's
Now for you, it would be completed immediately.
office then told me they do not have a mugshot of Roper. So even though its statement reads Roper, who faces multiple felony charges in the county, has to be booked at some point, he has not yet been booked. I asked the county attorney's office when Roper would be booked, and they told me, quote, we do not have that information, end quote. We will let you know when he is booked, but for now, reporting in the studio tonight, Noah Kaplan, KTTC News.
Thank you, Noah. So, where are we at today? Well, this is 3 months ago.
Breaking news special report.
Just into our newsroom, a judge has denied former State Trooper Shane Roper's motion to dismiss charges against him. Judge Lisa Hain made her rulings this morning in the filing. Hain also denied Roper's motion to bar state prosecutors from introducing Spriegel evidence, which is Roper's previous driving incidents while on the job with the Minnesota State
Of course, I don't want anybody to know about that.
Patrol.
Now, this says plea hearing Thursday, May 29th. This would have been in May. I haven't found anything on that.
The judge went on to say Roper can renew any motions about this evidence at the time of trial. As for a request for a change of venue, the decision will be reserved for a later time based on an agreement between both parties. Hain set Roper's plea hearing for 1 week from tomorrow, Thursday, May 29th. Charges continuing against Roper include second-degree manslaughter, criminal vehicular homicide, and criminal vehicular operation stemming from a fatal crash that took the life of an Owatonna teen last May.
Anyway, I couldn't find anything on it. So, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, 80% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.